Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since the last time I did a video. It's probably going to continue to be 2 weeks because, well, life is happening. But anyway, I actually have quite a bit of progress to show today, at least relative to where I have been. And then I also have, well, that's really all I have this week. I don't have any haul, so I'll show you really quick what my whips are. I'll get into plans. Then at the end, I've got a lot of reading, watching, listening to. I've got a little bit of a life update. I have a little treat. If you stick around at the very end, after the sign off, I have a Lexi video that I took last week just a little funny thing. I've been told there's not enough Lexi. So I'll throw that on the end. Actually, probably I'll throw a picture and a video on the end because they're both adorable. But anyway, progress this past couple weeks. I worked on 6 projects, which is the same as usual, but I actually have some significant progress on 2 of them, and talk about how I'm progressing on my goals for the month. So yeah, we'll jump right in. First up is the 2 projects that I worked on with my goal of putting hands on all of my 54 whips before the end of the year. I added 2 more in the last 2 weeks, so I'm on track to do that. The first one was Ink Circles Fairy Ring Around the Rosie. And the last time I showed it to you, this is what it looked like. And admittedly, not a whole lot more done. I just did the 100 stitches. That was my goal for magical stitches for the week that this filled a prompt. So here's where I am. This is 16 count Pearl by Mystic Fabrics. The silk is Mystic Fairy by Tree Noise Silks. Was a limited edition specially for this pattern. Also have the matching needle minder. This came in my 2020 box of Christmas goodies from Mystic Fabrics. So that's where I got on that one. The other one that I picked for Magical Stitches prompt, that was another one of the projects that I don't get to stitch on a lot, but I really would like to, and that is Stitch Rovia's Awesome Myth. And the last time I showed it to you, this is what it looked like. And here is where I'm at now. Again, only about 100 more stitches done, maybe a little bit more on this one. This fabric is 16 count Unipoo, also from Mystic Fabrics. And here's where I'm at now. I can't see. So there we go. So just got a little bit more done on the narwhal and be putting it away for the time being. But I'm really glad I decided to do this project because I've forgotten how much I love a lot of these. And this is one of them that I need to try to get out more often. Then the other 4 are the same ones that you've been seeing in various combinations over the last several months. The first one being the Cozy Cafe Cell. That's from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And the last time I showed this one, it looked like this. And I really got about 200, between 200 and 250 stitches more done on this, and that includes some of the back stitching. So here's where I'm at. You can see I've moved the Q-snap. I'm very close to done with Earl Grey, and I also started working on the border along the top. So hopefully, I don't want to say by the end of February because I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done in the next few weeks, but I think that what I'd like to do is by the end of March, I'd like to have Earl Grey done and Matcha, which is the next cup over. Don't quote me on that. I've got to think about that a little bit more. That was just something that I came up with literally just now. Next up is the Cryptid Cell from the Witchy Stitcher. Oh, I forgot, as always. This is 16 count Haley's Garden from Mystic Fabrics. All of my fabrics this week are Mystic. I might have a problem. So Cryptid Cell. The last time I showed this one to you, it looked like this. And I am still working on the same darn cryptid that I was before. But I got quite a bit more done, so here's where I'm at. So I've pretty much got him all done. I need to go in and fill in some more of the frame, and then I've been working on the actual border to the entire thing. So I'm getting really close to done. I'm just not quite there yet because this isn't one of the ones I'm working on largely as a priority, but it's still in the rotation. So this one is 16 count Olympia, also from Mystic Fabrics. The next one, this is one of the ones I have that has a deadline. This is Be a Sunflower. This one has to be done by May. And the last time I showed it to you, it looked like this. And in the last 2 weeks, this is one of the ones that I got made quite a bit of progress on. So here's where I'm at. This fabric is 16 count Night Sky Brandy, also from Mystic Fabrics. So you can see I've filled in a lot of the plant over here. I finished the word world. I'm starting, basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of just filling my way down. So this is about the area I'm in. Everything above that is done. This is roughly like 42 or 43% done. I didn't pull out Pattern Keeper right before I started, so I can't tell you for sure, but it's somewhere in there. My goal was to be 50% done with this one by the end of February. Still a possibility. I'm not going to hold my breath because I've got to have a lot of stuff to do the next couple weeks, but there's where I'm at. I'm really thrilled with how this one is turning out. I just love these colors on this fabric. And yeah, I'm just really excited to actually be seeing appreciable progress on this. And I think I'll have it done by May. And last but not least, I have a goal reached. I have gotten my love for a certain project that I've been sorely neglecting back. And of course, I'm talking about Deal Struck. And the last time I showed this one to you, it looked like this. And I had to take it out of the Q-snap to show it to y'all today because I finished that stinking page. Look at all of that black. Ah! So yeah, I finished the page and then I actually moved on and started the next page up here at the top. So there it is. For being able to show it in the future and you actually being able to see where my progress is, I'm going to move it forward and show you this page that I'm currently working on. And it's really, I'm actually close to having the entire width of the page done. It's like right in here. So there we go. Back to working on the hand. This is the last page of the hand. The next page, there's a few columns that are still the hand, and then I get to start into something else. So I'm excited about that. I can see a huge stain on here. That's fine because this is full coverage and no one will ever see it. So plan is I'm going to do this page and then I'm going to come back down and do this page because it is going to be mostly black. And then I'll come over here and do a page, and then I'll come down here and do a page that's going to be all the solid black and navy. So I'm trying to do a fun page and then a boring page. And so the reason I keep coming back up here instead of going on a diagonal is so that I can get the entire width done, so that I can get the boring solid colors down this side done too. So there it is. This is the one that I had a slight little panic attack about because it turns out it's wider than it is tall, and this is the long side. But there's so much extra fabric here that this is wide enough. So, there we go, a page finish on Deal Struck, and I'm not working in stinking black anymore. Woohoo! So excited about that. Flosstube itchy nose every time. Hey, I realized as I was sitting here editing that I forgot one more whip, so I'm going to show that to you really quick. Story behind this one is So Glover Creations. We were having a group chat one day and she mentioned that she and Nightmare Before Stitchmas were starting to do Mill Hill Mondays. They had the same Mill Hill pattern and they decided that they wanted to work on it. And then it turned out that Mad Morty also had the same Mill Hill pattern. So they all decided to work together. And well, then of course, Stitchy Cat Lady 26 and I were both like, we have Mill Hill patterns. We don't have that one, but we have Mill Hill patterns. So let's work on our Mill Hill patterns for Mill Hill Monday as well. So a couple weeks ago, I started, because I don't have enough whips. I also, that means I have 55 whips, not 54. I started working on Bewitching Pumpkin, which is by Mill Hill, obviously. And I'm trying to do about 100 stitches every Monday. And so here is where I am at. So that's Bewitching Pumpkin from Mill Hill for Mill Hill Mondays. Plans. Hold on for dear life. I have some stuff going on next weekend I have to get ready for, and so I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done this week. But the plan is, and I didn't really, I think 2 weeks ago when I was talking about how I was planning to work on plans, I'm not a writer and I'm doing this off the cuff. It's not always going to sound great. And my nose is really, really itchy, so 1 minute, please. Anyway. So, how my plans are actually going to work are every day I want to work on at least one of these two. If I have enough time, 100 stitches on both of these before I do anything else. Then after that, if I have time, I go for magical stitches prompts. And I try to make some of my older projects that I haven't touched in a while fit those so that I can continue like I did with these two as getting hands on a different project every week. Going to have to come back into the rotation is We Do Disney, because the more I think about it, the more that one has to be done by mid-May as well. So I'm going to try to find a way to pull that one down this week and add it to the rotation of the 3 that I'm trying to at least touch a couple times a week. Then, after that, if everything is done, that's when I'll spin the wheel. So yeah, that's it for plans. This is going to be super, super brief this week, I guess, because I have no haul. Well, I got haul, but it wasn't stitchy stuff. I got new t-shirts and got some new manga. In a couple weeks, I will have a lot of haul. Maybe not in 2 weeks. It'll be more like a month from now. I'll have a lot of haul because, I spent so much money on pre-orders for Nashville. So much money. I shouldn't have, but I did, and it's over. So yeah, I'll have lots of fun stuff. I have 0 time to work on it, but I'll have plenty of fun stuff. So that's plans, that's haul, that's whips. That is all the stitchy stuff. So if that's all you're here for, I really kept you a short period of time this week. I hope that you have a great week and all that jazz. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. And if you like the other stuff, well, then we'll talk a little bit about that. Reading, watching, listening to. I actually got quite a bit done this week. Or the past 2 weeks. I got to watch the Demon Slayer movie, Mugen Train, and really liked it. It was really good, and the artwork was just fantastic. I love the animation on that show. The story is awesome too, but I really love the animation on that show. So I got to watch that. I got it from my library, and I had been on hold for it for months and months and months. So I was really excited about that. I then I like to, in between my big, more serious stuff, I like to watch some more fun, fluffy stuff. So I got sucked into Kami-sama Kiss, which is fluffy romantic comedy stuff, and totally not my speed at all, but it was a fun break. And then, of course, as always happens when they only make 2 seasons of something, I need to know how it ends. So I started reading it too. I started reading the manga, and I finished chapter 1 of that one. I finished also with Demon Slayer, I finished volume 2. It's going to be a long time before I get to read any more of that because I'm 21st in line for the next volume at the library. In addition to that, I read volume 7 of The Promised Neverland. I think I finished volume 6 too. I might have read both 6 and 7. I'm not sure. If I didn't tell you last time that I'd finished volume 6, I finished volume 6. I finished volume 7. It's getting really good. I think I might be far enough to start watching season 2, although my friend told me to be prepared to be disappointed in season 2. So, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. And then, the first half of the dub for season 5 of My Hero Academia came on Hulu last week, and I got all the way through that already too. So there was that. reading. I'm still working on The Last Graduate, and then it was my turn for Terry Pratchett, Men at Arms, which is one of the Discworld books. I'm somewhere in the teens. So I am also reading that one. I watched something else last night, and I don't remember the title of it. But it was a true crime documentary series from ABC. And I'll probably put the title somewhere up here. I'll go look it up and put it up here while I'm editing. Basically about a murder in Rocky Mountain National Park. And I did not know that the National Park Service has like investigatory special agents. So that was something cool that I learned this week. And now if you didn't know that, now you've learned that too. So they were talking about this investigation that was run by one of these special agents for the U.S. National Park Service. Apparently there's only like 34 of them in the entire country. So it was cool. I learned about something that I didn't know about. So that's reading, watching, listening to. Life update. Someone is officially sick of me. As you see, I am doing hosting duties on my own this week. I'm here all the time now, and it's not as novel. No, she's been good. So working from home has been, I think, good for both of us. She really likes having me here, and she kind of like just curls up. The way that my office is set up, right beside my computer desk is my stitching futon. And if you've seen pictures of Lexi, you've seen pictures of the stitching futon, because it's the black one that has all the Doctor Who pillows on it that originally were not supposed to be Lexi's, but she's always laying on them. So I guess they're Lexi's now. But anyway, you'll appreciate this because this is keeping with the fact that anytime I have a camera on, Lexi has to be involved. Well, usually. I don't know where she is right now. So it's my very first Zoom meeting with everybody in my work group. They have this monthly meeting. It's my very first one. And I sign on, and I'm just listening because I don't know a lot about how things work here, because I've been working there for 3 weeks. And about halfway through, the back of my screen, I see Lexi jump up on the futon and proceed to do one of the longest Lexi spins I've ever seen her do. She must have gone around 10 times, pushing those pillows just to get the way she wanted, and I could see her the whole time, which means everybody else could see her the whole time. And I saw a couple people grinning, so I'm like, oh great, my dog is stealing the show on my Zoom meeting that I'm mostly going to be seen and not heard at. And so here she is doing the hugest Lexi spin I've ever seen. Oh well, I think it amused everybody. At least nobody yelled at me for it, so. And someone else's dog came in and gave them a big kiss on the face right in the middle of the thing too. So I guess it's not just me that has crazy Zoom interrupting dogs. So yeah, first Zoom meeting ever, and Lexi insinuates herself into it. Other thing, this past Friday night, I had a dance lesson, and then in addition to that, it was kind of a quiet night schedule-wise at the studio, so they had room for me to like take a piece of the floor. And I worked on choreographing the tap routine that I'm in charge of for the spring show, and I finished it. So that's good. It's out of the way. Rehearsals start in 2 weeks, and I am done and I'm ready. I'm very excited about that. I actually have people signed up. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that's really all that's happened. I mean, I never leave my house anymore. That's not entirely accurate, but I rarely leave my house anymore because I don't need to, because I don't go to work. My idea of going to work is walking across the hall. So, super short this week because that's really all I've got for you. I'm going to stick to the every 2 weeks for now, or maybe even less, depending on how things are going. I guess that's one thing I could talk about a little bit is somehow I feel like I have less stitching time than I did before. And I think what it is it's because I don't work an alternate work schedule now. I work 7.5-hour days, but I work 5 days a week. So instead of having big chunks of time that I could stitch on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I only have Saturday, Sunday, but I also only have Saturday, Sunday to do all that stuff, the other stuff that I need to do. And I've started playing games online with some of my friends on Saturday night. And so I get a little stitching done when I do that, but I have to actually pay attention to what's going on. So there's that. So yeah, that's really all I have. Really, for real. So I'm gonna go. I hope everybody has a great week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or however long it is before I get a chance to record again. Maybe next time my dog will actually come in. Sorry. I do have a cute picture and video that I'm going to tack on to the end. So you will get some Lexi fix this week. But anyway, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye.